referrals that dominated the reasons for the travel. That tells us that Ghanaian mobility is deeply relational and economically purposeful. We travel to maintain family connections, we travel to fulfill cultural obligations, and we travel to pursue business opportunities. It is mobility with meaning, not just tourism for tourism's sake. And if you ask me what it means for Ghana, well, on one hand, it is a clear demonstration that we have a growing middle class with disposable income and an increasingly global outlook. See, like I always say, if you don't have money, you cannot spend it.
Absolutely.
Because unless you spend someone else's money. And that's positive news for us. It shows economic progress and integration into regional networks. But you see, on the other hand, and I think that is a critical point I want to emphasize, it reveals a massive missed opportunity. If Ghanaians are willing and able to spend over 4 billion cedis abroad, imagine what could happen if we created compelling domestic tourism experiences that captured even half of that spending. We are essentially exporting billions in potential economic activity. We are exporting billions in jobs and development. That could be happening right here at home.
Right, and this is still on that one, what you ended with about the 4 billion. I think that number is quite huge. But what does that say about purchasing power and travel culture here in Ghana?
Thank you. And that's where the economics actually gets interesting. When we talk about 470,000 outbound visitors, spending worth 4 billion Ghana cedis, then we are looking at an average of roughly 8,560 cedis per traveler. And let me try and put that into context. That's substantial spending power, especially when you consider that this represents discretionary income. It represents money people have after meeting their basic needs. And what this fundamentally demonstrates is that Ghana has developed a segment of the population, primarily urban middle to upper middle class, educated and professionally engaged. And this segment of the population actually views international travel not as an impossible luxury, but as an accessible lifestyle choice. And it is very significant because, you see, it represents a major shift in Ghanaian society. Perhaps a generation ago, international travel was largely reserved for the wealthy elite, perhaps government officials, or those traveling for educational purposes. Today, we are seeing young entrepreneurs, young professionals, small business owners, and diaspora families regularly crossing borders. And this spending pattern reveals something about value perception. You see, when Ghanaians choose to spend thousands of cedis traveling abroad rather than spending it domestically, they are making a calculation. Whether consciously or unconsciously, they are making a calculation that foreign destinations offer better value, they offer better experiences, or better facilities than what's available in-house or locally. And that's not just about the destination itself. It's about the entire travel experience. Ease of booking, quality of accommodation, reliability of services. I mean, you can add more. Cleanliness of facilities, customer service experience. I mean, some of these things. I mean, all these things come to bear. And you know what? When you travel somewhere and you experience these things the way I'm mentioning them, see, your appetite to want to go back is very, very high. And I don't want to come home because significant. But you know, there is an opportunity, perhaps, which is staring us in the face. This purchasing power already exists. We don't need to create new wealth or even wait for the economy to grow before developing tourism here in Ghana. The money is there. It's just flowing outward instead of circulating within the boundaries of this economy. And so if we could redirect even 30 to 40% of that 4 billion Ghana cedis into domestic tourism, literally we'll be looking at over 1 billion cedis annually, supporting local hotels, supporting restaurants, supporting tour guides, transport operators, craft vendors. But of course, these particular service providers that I'm mentioning must also add some value. They must improve. That's the point I want to make. Yeah, because if there is a trade-off, for me not to go and be here and enjoy that, then it means that at least you must offer me exactly equal to what I would have enjoyed there.
Yeah.
And that's job creation, that's GDP growth, and that's foreign exchange retention, all without requiring new government spending or foreign investment. However, maybe before to conclude, I must emphasize one important caveat. This spending power or purchasing power is not evenly distributed. As a matter of fact, it is heavily concentrated in Accra, in Ashanti region, and among specific professional classes.
I see.
See, the majority of Ghanaians still struggle with basic cost of living, and will not run away from that. And they wouldn't consider discretionary travel. I mean, how many people listening to me this morning have even considered discretionary travel, like on their own? Oh, this is my salary, these are some excess money that I think should go into travel. How many people have considered that? So the numbers we are referring to are not something like on the average, so that it looks as though when you take, but literally, as a matter of fact, what is 400,000, right? 470,000, right, out of the Ghanaian population of about 33 million? It's very small.
Yes.
Extremely small. And perhaps even that number is likely need to be, as I know, maybe you went 10 times out of that. I don't know if you get the point I'm trying to make.
I get it.
So all these things come to play. So when we talk about leveraging this market, we are talking about a specific demographic. But it is a demographic that is large enough and wealthy enough to sustain a robust domestic tourism sector if we create the right offerings for them.
Right. So let's. One of the things that I also find, I mean, Togo was the top destination for same-day visitors, while some West African countries attracted most overnight trips. What does that also say about our regional travel dynamics?
Thank you. I remember, I think very recently we had a discussion on cross-border trade.
Yeah.
And I remember some of the findings about how trade is highly concentrated with Togo. So now when I see these numbers, sincerely, they don't surprise me at all. They don't surprise me at all. You see, as a matter of fact, it tells us a story about regional integration, among other things. And Togo's dominance as top destination for same-day visits is almost inevitable. When you consider geography, Togo is our closest neighbor to some extent. Lome is literally next door. I mean, it's not, you can drive from Accra to Lome in roughly how many hours?
I'm not too sure.
Oh, yeah. I think it is 7 or 8 hours? Yeah. The border of Aflao is one of our most active crossing points. And there's extensive commercial activities happening, social activities, family ties between Ghanaians and Togolese, particularly in the Volta region and some other sense area. But maybe I'll just touch on what is driving this traffic that we see. Trade and commerce is one of them. The second one has to do with perhaps, and I use this in a relative sense, our relatively porous border and shared linguistic groups, which makes crossing less formal and more culturally comfortable. The next has to do with price arbitrage. Arbitrage would mean that, whenever there is price discrimination, so the same product is sold for different prices, people want to take advantage of that. So that also is a major reason why people prefer to go buy it at Togo, come sell it on the Ghanaian market. We spoke about that some weeks ago. And then the social and family ties, you see. So, yeah, in my opinion, these are the factors that are driving the traffic here. So, I mean, we are seeing Ghanaians travel to Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, Senegal, other ECOWAS countries for extended visits. I mean, it just tells us about how regional integration is growing. And It's not merely driven by government protocols or policy declarations, but by actual human movement and economic activity, you see. So, I mean, that is it. And from an economic integration standpoint, this intra-African mobility is exactly what regional development requires. Trade follows travel, investment follows familiarity, and partnerships develop through personal connections. The more West Africans move within the region, the stronger our collective economic integration becomes. This isn't just tourism data. No, it is evidence of an emerging West African economic community driven by people rather than just government. Think of Europe. One day we'll get there.
I see. Let's try and touch on maybe two more things, and then we can go. Maybe more specifically in terms of how does all of this affects us as a country. Now, how can we encourage more? Because I see that you are trying to advocate domestic tourism. How can we encourage more spending on domestic tourism instead of abroad?
Well, I believe that the key is to make domestic tourism a desire for everyone, not merely a secondary thing on the minds of many people. You see, actually, a lot of Ghanaians travel abroad because they want better value for their money. Like I highlighted earlier, cleaner facilities, better customer service, among others. If we are able to develop these experiences, enhance them in-house, see, more people will be happy to stay in Ghana.
In Ghana, right.
And travel within the country than to go elsewhere.
Than to go out, right.
After all, who doesn't want to be home? Everybody wants to be home. They only go elsewhere because conditions there are more enhanced relative to home. And marketing is also a very important part that we need to look at. You see, the same energy and creativity that is used to promote Ghana to foreigners, like the year of return, among other things, I think we should also direct it inwardly.
Right.
We target the middle class with some important packages for weekend getaways, cultural festivals, among other things. See, affordable transport and accommodation bundles can also make local travel easier. And maybe the last thing I'll talk about is consistency. I'll better choose somebody who is consistent 30 minutes every day in what they do than somebody who abandons it and comes to it after a month to come and do 5 hours of stuff. Consistency is very, very important. Because once you build consistency, there is predictability, and the outcome is almost expected. But once we are not consistent about it, then it looks like every time we are in a certain vicious cycle, which is not good for our economy.
I see. So with the 4 billion, I'm permitted to take you back a bit. With the 4 billion Ghana cedis that we are spending, I mean Ghanaians are spending abroad, what specifically are the economic implications? And I'm going to tie that into, tie that with some of the policies that could actually help retain more tourism spending in Ghana. And then we can go. So tell us what the economic implications are specifically, and then maybe the policies that could also help us retain more spending in Ghana. I don't know if you get
it. Yeah, that's a huge amount of money that is leaving the source of the country. 4 billion Ghana cedis is no small amount of money, and it can do other things. I mean, it can restore heritage sites, among other things. So it's important. You see, and in some sense, you can call it tourism leakage. We are exporting jobs and incomes. I always say that anytime you import something, you actually import. So if you import a bag of rice, you've actually imported, in addition to the bag of rice, unemployment and exported employment to that other country. Because if that rice was produced here in Ghana, it would need somebody to work.
That's true.
And that is employment created here. And so once you are getting it from elsewhere, you've created an unemployment situation in your residence country and giving someone else in another country an employment opportunity from which they would give you what you need. So that's the situation. See, whenever there is tourism leakage, we are exporting jobs and income. And every city spent abroad is a city not circulating within our local economy. And it widens the balance of payment gap. Travel and tourism are part of the services account. And when more Ghanaians spend abroad than foreigners spend here, then it adds pressure on the city. Over time, it will drain our foreign exchange and weaken our domestic tourism sector's growth potential. Ghana does not need to stop people from traveling. We cannot even do that. but we can create experiences that make locals want to stay and spend here. Stronger domestic tourism doesn't just build culture. It keeps money and jobs at home. And that's the point.
I see. So tell us what policies can actually help retain more tourism spending within the country.
Thank you. It starts with infrastructure, good roads. We need that. Clean beaches. I don't know if you've visited a beach in Ghana before, but it's a very revealing atmosphere. Look at our roads. Our roads are built such that after a certain period of time, they develop holes. It looks like a road condition in Ghana. And the holes are developed such that you cannot miss two. If you miss one, you have to fall into the other. We need reliable power, utility, lights must be kept on, water must flow. Digital access, our digital infrastructure must be up there. We need these because infrastructure must support the service. You see, without these basic inputs, no amount of marketing will keep the local people here. I'm sure you know this guy, and I'm sad to reference him, but sometimes some of the things he says holds weight. It's maybe Chiniduna. He says glass in Kwan, and he sort of sometimes tell you the developed infrastructure where he is and how it compares to Ghana. So when you see, you're like, wow. You get the point I'm trying to.
Yeah.
We need to invest heavily there. Sometimes our focus is only on Accra, and I've said this time and time again. Ghana is not Accra. Accra is not Ghana. Ghana is beyond the boundaries of Accra. So we need to look at how to develop the other part. In fact, as a matter of fact, we have a lot more cultural heritage, tourist sites outside of Accra than in Accra. And I'm sure you are aware of that.
Yeah.
And for some of the places, if you want to travel to Willie Falls in the Volta region, some of the roads that lead to the place would even deter you from going. By the time you get there, you develop pain in your waist. And unfortunately, you cannot also go by air.
Right.
So that's it. The policy must address infrastructure gaps. We must also look at pricing, transport costs, entry fees, among other things. And I think that beyond these two, storytelling is important. We need to be able to package our local culture. We need to be able to package our local food, not just jollof. There are so many local foods. Kushiyani Meko is a strong local diet. We must look into it.
Yeah.
And maybe, tell our history into some memorable experiences. This can give people reasons to explore Ghana the way foreigners do. When I was a child, going to excursion was a big thing in the basic schools. I don't know if it still goes on. I really don't know if it still goes on. Going to Cape Coast Castle, going here, Larabanga Mosque, visiting
I think
Crocodile Pond, Aspaga. There are some places, botanical gardens at a breed. There's something, Kakum National Park, I think that's the name. And then you go and then you come back in the evening and then you never forget that experience. But that is what I'm saying. See, when people feel a sense of discovery and pride in their own country, the spending will flow naturally. You don't need to tell them to spend; they would spend.
Right. Okay. Iman, I think we'll end here now, and then we can have further conversations in the coming days. But I'm really grateful that you made time to join me this morning.
You're welcome.
All right. Okay. Well, so that was Iman Obating, our in-house economic analyst, and he was helping us make sense of the report by the Ghana Statistical Service. That's a 2023 domestic and outbound tourism survey report. Very important conversation. And he said that there are things that we have to do. We need to try and see how best we can keep the money here. We can make sure that the money doesn't leave our shores like they do, because 4 billion Ghana cedis is a lot of money, and that has actually led the shores of Ghana to other parts of the world. And that's something we need to be concerned about, because economically it affects us. And so let's see how we can build our tourism industry here in Ghana and keep the money circulating in our economy. So very important conversation. If you missed any part of it, please visit our social media platforms. On Facebook, we're at ZFMGH, and also on YouTube at Z Multimedia. You can play it back on those platforms. Right, we'll get into our roundtable discussion pretty soon. My guests are ready, and so we'll get into that shortly. But we'll take a quick music break. When we return, we're having a conversation this morning on the power, what we call power dressing. Exactly, we'll get to know exactly what it means and how your first impression actually matters. We'll look at some of the basic things that you can also do in terms of dressing to push you forward and give you more opportunities and all of that. So please don't go anywhere. Stick and stay. I will be right back. Doing something lifestyle, something that is actually we're talking about something that is very, very important. They say you never get a second chance, to actually make a first impression. And in the workplace, your outfit often does the talking before you even open your mouth. That's a reality. Now, think about it. That job interview, that Monday morning meeting, or even that casual Friday, what you wear actually sends a message. And sometimes it says that I'm confident and I'm ready, and other times not quite well. Today on the roundtable, we're talking about power dressing, and we're looking at how your clothes speak for you at work, and how the right outfit can actually boost not just your not just can actually boost not just how others see you, but how you also you see yourself really. So that's what we're talking about this morning. And I've got two great guests joining me for this conversation. I have Vanessa Adai. She is an HR officer and consultant, and also C. Ami. I hope I got that right. She is a fashion designer. And these are the two individuals who are going to share their thoughts with me this morning. Ladies, welcome to the Business Breakfast on Zed. Hello.
Hi, see me here.
Yes, I can hear you. Okay. So, I'm having some challenges here, but I hope it's resolved. Let me hear you again. Okay, maybe I should just start doing one after the other so that we can get some clarity. So let me start with C.
Thank you.
Is it C? Hello. Okay.
I'm here. See, I'm here.
Okay, C is here. All right. And then Vanessa. Hello, Vanessa. Is Vanessa on the call, please? Okay. All right. So let's see.
Yes,
I hope you're doing
am.
well. Oh, you're here. Okay, great. How are you doing? Hello. Siami, can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
Okay, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, by the way. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing very well too, by God's grace. Thanks so much for making time to join us this morning. I hope Vanessa can also hear us. Vanessa, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, yes. Let's get into our. I hope you're also doing well.
Yes, I am. How about you?
Yeah, I'm doing well too. All right. So thanks so much. I mean, I'm really grateful that the two of you joined me this morning. Let's get into our conversation. So we're talking about power dressing, how your outfit actually speaks in the workplace. Maybe to set the tone, when we talk about power dressing, what does it really mean? And I'll start with you, Siami. Hello? Vanessa, are you with us? Hello? Okay, I seem to be having some chat.
Hello?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes. So I was asking Siami, I was asking you to tell us what power dressing actually means.
Okay, so in my own words, I think power dressing actually means dressing to suit your own taste and then dressing to feel confident. Yeah.
That's what it means to you. How about you, Vanessa?
All right. So power dressing is it's just about you dressing to show confidence and then to show how competent you are. Sometimes your dressing shows even how powerful you can be.
I see. Well, but how much? This is to you, Vanessa. Let's continue the conversation. How much do first impressions really matter in the corporate world? Is it fair to say people judge the book by its cover?
Yes, it does. So even before you get a chance to speak, your outfit speaks volumes about you. So if you are well dressed, sometimes it shows that you are confident. It shows you are competent. It shows you know what you're about. But assuming you dress in a very sloppy way, people get an impression that you don't know what you're about or you're unserious.
So has there been an experience like that, maybe at your workplace or something, that you see somebody or you are recruiting and somebody appears and they, how they appeared, their appearance was okay, but maybe they couldn't speak to issues or they couldn't get the work done?
Yeah. So let me give one interesting example. I joined a certain company some years ago, and my first few hours when I was waiting to go to orientation, I met a young man. He was very well dressed, neatly pressed clothes, nice shirts, trousers, and I honestly thought he was a manager, only for me to be taken around and then I realized he was a driver. So imagine how
I see.
his outfit and his look accorded him so much respect. So even before I got a chance to speak to him and to find out who he really was, I thought he was one of the managers or the big men in the company because of how he dressed.
I see.
Yes.
So right. Go ahead.
And there was also a time when we were recruiting for a particular role. A candidate came. He wasn't well dressed. His hair wasn't well combed. And we all thought he wasn't a good candidate because if you are coming for an interview and then you haven't ironed your clothes well, your shirt is oversized, we'll just quickly say this candidate is not a good fit for the role. But during the interview, we realized that he actually knew the job very well. So we were actually in a fix whether to recruit him because of his skills and later take him through a grooming session to get him, to dress to fit the role. And eventually we picked him because we were looking for the skills. And then later on, we did a training for him to be a better fit for the role. Yeah.
I see. That's nice. So people can actually, someone can even show up in a wrong outfit, but they can, they may be qualified for the job, but simply because they showed up in a wrong outfit, they don't land the job. Unlike this guy, of course, you guys accepted him and you give him the role, but I'm sure there are times where somebody's appearance alone is a turn-off, isn't it?
Exactly.
Right. So, from a designer's point of view, you are a fashion designer. How does clothing communicate confidence and professionalism without even the person saying a word?
Okay, thank you very much. I think your clothing speaking confidence without even saying a word is how sharp you look. So not necessarily wearing a suit and tie that makes you brilliant in whatever you are wearing, but then you have to look neat, clean, and stylish. But then at the end of the day, you have to be confident in whatever you are wearing. Not necessarily, some people we have body shapes and ties.
Yeah.
And so if a suit and tie kind of dressing will not fit you, what do you think will fit you and will make you elevate your spirit, that will be able to speak out there without feeling less of yourself? Yeah. So I feel like you just have to dress and look good, but be clean. Whatever you wear, make sure it's a clean outfit. I'll be very stylish. Yeah.
I see. So how much of work goes into making clothes to make people appear confident? So, or what? First of all, maybe what kinds of clothes makes people look confident, and which ones do not?
The ones that make you look confident in what you feel good in. So let's say I don't feel good in African print, and in my work they said you have to wear African print, but I know I don't feel good in African print. So when I wear it, I'll feel like I'm not looking good. I'm looking some way. It's not looking good on me. But then if you wear something else that you feel confident, you feel it elevates your spirit, you feel confident that way. So I feel like we shouldn't circled in one point or in one area that you should particularly wear this. Wear what you feel looks good on you. Yeah.
I see. So do you believe that it actually, what you wear also affects your mood, really?
Exactly.
And your performance?
Yeah, it does.
How so?
What you wear affects you because there are days that, how do I put it? Sometimes, maybe I'm wearing a skimpy dress. Okay, let's put a skimpy dress example, and then my figure doesn't accept that skimpy dress, but my work ethic says I should wear something like that. But because of how I am looking in that dress, I am not okay. I am not confident. it affects my mood on that day. But because I'm supposed to wear that kind of thing, it's affecting my mood. But if I should be wearing what I feel okay, what is my style of dressing, what is my kind of dressing, it won't affect my mood on that particular. I don't know if you get what
I get it.
Yeah.
I see.
So you should wear what's saying, like, wear what you feel. Don't wear what people impose. Know your body type.
Yeah.
Wear what you feel confident. That will affect your mood at the end of the day.
I see. But at a workplace where you are not allowed to wear what you want, how do you handle that?
So it's not necessarily you not wearing what you want, or not wearing what the work ethics wants. You know what the work wants you to wear, right? They have given you a certain kind of clothes to wear. So style yourself around, but don't lose yourself at the end.
Please repeat that. I think the line was breaking. We didn't quite hear you.
Okay. So what I said, they have given you a code of dressing in the office. Wear what the office says you wear, but don't lose yourself at the end of the day. For example, they are still wear jeans, but you know when you wear tight jeans, your shape will not speak. So you wear something that fits you properly, that you feel confident, but it still speaks what the work says.
I see. Okay. All right. So hold on for me. Let me come back to you, Vanessa. Vanessa, how do you recruiters and HR professionals evaluate appearance during, say, job interviews? Is there like an unspoken dress code?
Yes. So usually during interviews, if you don't know the company's dress code, you can make sure that what you are wearing is not a higher tone of dressing. So usually the lower tones are what you present, what you put on when you're going for a job interview. Lower tones, you can wear black, gray, or navy blue. Those ones show that you are confident and then you know what you are about. If you know the company's dress code, you can put it on. It makes the company feel you are a cultural fit. You can fit into their culture. If you wear anything, if your dress is not well ironed, if your belt doesn't match, the color of your belt doesn't match the color of your shoe, it shows that you don't pay attention to detail. There are subtle messages that your outfit always communicates, even before you get a chance to speak, like I said early on. So if you are coming for an interview and you are not looking properly organized, and it shows that you as a candidate, you are not a properly organized person. So you will not get a job, or chances are high that you will not get a job.
Run us through a lot more into that. Let us get to know more of the things, the unspoken rules. I think I'm very interested in those ones. I didn't know that there were colors that actually actually make people appear confident. Run us through a lot more of that. If you can do for males and then you do for females, I'll be very glad.
Okay, so usually for navy blue is unisex. Males can put it on, females can put it on. Navy blue shows a sense of trust, stability, and authority. So if you realize, a lot of bankers put on navy blue. Navy blue is what people say blue black.
Yeah.
It gives a sense of trust. Then when you also put on black, it shows power. Power and elegance. So for ladies, usually you would want to put on a black dress and maybe white pearls. A gentleman can put on black suits. It gives you authority. It shows that you are powerful. And then for the ladies, it gives off an impression of elegance.
Okay.
Yes. And then with the earth tones, that's the brown tones, shades of brown, it gives a sense of warmth and then creativity. Usually in the creative industry, people would want to wear or put on loud colors, maybe yellow, red. It fits the industry, because for the creative industry, you are supposed to express your creativity in your outfits. But if you are coming into the strictly corporate environment, those colors do not really match what the industry requires.
Okay. Right, and that is for interviews, right?
Yes, for interviews.
I see. Okay, let me come to you, Siami. Now, Siami, you also deal with. I mean, you are creative. You express your creativity through designing. You know, tell us what you can add to what she just said.
Okay. So what I would like to say is I think I beg to differ, because if you talk about this color, they are mostly dull colors. They are not colors that are bright out there. What if I wear blue, but I don't feel confident? What if I wear the colors that she mentioned, but they are not my kind of color to wear? You can wear that, you might look confident. I don't feel confident. You understand? So I believe that at the end of the day, you should blend yourself in between. What you feel makes you confident. It's not necessarily the color. It's how you wear what you wear.
Okay, so are you
if you
saying
wear
that
all this color, you are not confident. You appear in front of them and you are feeling meek, you're feeling mute. It doesn't work. But if you wear whatever you feel like, we're not in this scope of colors, and you're still confident, that works.
So are you saying that colors do not matter?
Exactly. It's how you work around it.
I see. So for a job interview, can somebody wear a hot pink outfit or to an interview?
Yes, why not? It's how you style it.
I see. What do you have to say to that, Vanessa?
That's very interesting. So she is speaking from a fashion point of view, but honestly speaking, in the corporate world, it's a no. You can feel personally confident in yellow or red, but if you want to fit into the company's culture, it's not always about what you prefer. It's about wearing what the organization requires. That's where we say you are being professional. If it's just about putting on something you feel confident in, then somebody would wear tattered jeans and come and say, I want to work in a bank. So I'm feeling confident in wearing tattered jeans. So I'll wear tattered jeans, come for an interview at the bank, and nobody is supposed to criticize me. You see?
Yeah.
So fine, you are confident in whatever color or whatever outfit you want to wear. But because you want to fit into the organization's culture, because you want the organization to see you as a part of them, you cannot afford to put on anything at all. Naturally, people trust individuals who put on suits. That is why you go to the bank and then you see a lot of bankers wearing suits. Sometimes the individual who is working there might not be comfortable in suits, but because the organization requires that he or she wears it, he wears it. When you go home, you can wear your tank top, you can wear your t-shirts, polo shirts, and walk around because that makes you confident. But the moment you get into the work environment, you are required to put on this particular outfit. And sometimes, even though confidence might seem intrinsic, I think she is coming from the intrinsic point of view, where in your innermost being, you feel confidence because of what you are wearing. Sometimes you would put on a certain outfit, you go out and raise eyebrows, people staring at you in a particular way would even make you lose your confidence. Yes, so you can wear brightly colored clothes for a bank interview. Maybe you are wearing yellow, but the company doesn't require people to put on those colors. You go there, and then even the way they will look at you will make you lose that confidence you think you have. So, like I said earlier on, it is not everywhere. If it's in the creative space, mind you, you can put on any color, hot pink, yellow, red, nobody cares. But if it's the strictly corporate environment, your outfit really matters.
It really matters. Right. See, I mean, so do you design for like professionals? Do you design corporate attires?
I wouldn't say I only design corporate attires. I make outfits for everybody, both corporate and
occasions, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I think there is no line to professional presentation. It's how you express respect for yourself and your craft. You don't need to look dull to look professional. As long as your outfit is neat, intentional, and stylish, it communicates. That's what I personally think.
Okay, well, all right. So let me see if we can touch on some other things. But color, I also think that color is very important. Just that you have to draw the line. That's why I asked Vanessa about it, because she deals more with people coming for interviews and recruiting, and she oversees people at the office and all of that. So she's able to tell us that those things do matter. But from what she said, it looks like it matters. Your point of view is more of the general fashion side, which I think I understand as well, and where you can sew any color, and it depends on how, just exactly how the person wears it, to tell us whether the person is confident or not. But I know it's not just about confidence. I know calmness also counts, doesn't it, Vanessa?
Yes.
So tell us how that also comes into play.
Hello, please, can you ask your question again?
Yes, I'm saying that. So I know it's not just about confidence, because it looks like we're centering the whole thing about confidence, but I don't think it's just about that. I know calmness also plays a role in there, and I was asking whether you agree. Hello.
Yes, I do.
Okay, yeah. So I'm asking you to tell us exactly how that also comes to play. Do you get a question?
No, I don't get your question.
No. So you talked about how colors make us feel confident, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, and I'm saying that sometimes you don't have to also appear confident. You have to be like the calm person in the place. Are there also colors like that depict that?
Yeah, there are certain colors that depict your nature if you are calm. Usually blue shows you are very calm. Blue. The very loud colors shows you are energetic, you are full of action, full of energy. But the very soft colors like light blue, white, it gives off a very calm look or calm personality. It shows that you have a calm personality. So assuming the company is saying that you are supposed to put on dark tones of colors, but you also want to portray that you're a calm person, you can have, say, a white pearl on your neck, or you can have a lipstick, a color that shows, so let's say you are wearing blue black, that's navy blue, and you want to portray a calm personality. You can put on something subtle, something small, an earring, a very small earring that is light blue, or something that is white to give off that calm impression.
Okay.
Do you get me?
Yeah, I get you. Right. So beyond clothes, let's talk about the grooming as well. Beyond clothes themselves, I know that grooming also does play some role, and even personal hygiene. How does that, how big a role does that play in one's professional image?
It's a very big deal, grooming, because if you are coming for an interview and your armpits doesn't smell too good, or you have a very bad body odor, it's a big no, because it turns the recruiters off. If you come for an interview and then your hair is not neatly cut, or your hair is not sitting straight, it shows that you are disorganized. So every single thing matters during the interview. It's not just what you are wearing.
So how you smell, how you appear in terms of your hairstyle, your haircut, and all of those things also do matter. and they
Yes,
either
yes.
send a wrong signal or a good signal. Okay.
Exactly.
Right. See. I mean, I know in the fashion space, people say that fit is everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, there are some people that actually struggle to get their size. What advice do you have for them to be able to? I mean, especially when they are buying off the rack. What advice do you have for those people?
The question again.
So I'm asking that. What advice do you have for people who struggle to get a perfect fit? From the beginning, you were talking about how you wear it and how it fits you and everything. And I'm saying that there are some people that do not get their exact size usually when they are buying things, isn't it?
Yeah.
What advice do you have for people like that?
So the advice I have for people like that is not to look at how it fits you, but how you can style it to suit you. So for instance, you are buying a clothes that is big, but you feel like, oh, I really like this outfit. Okay. So you still get it since you like it. Go home. Maybe you can put on a belt on it that will make it snatch you how you want. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily you must buy it because it has to fit in a particular way. You have to find a way to style whatever you buy to fit you. So if you are buying something, unless of course it is small. If it is smaller to you, can give it to a tailor who can put in some stylish things in it for you to make it bigger to suit your size. If you are struggling with sizes, but most often than not, I would advise to get a bigger size so that you style it to suit your taste or you tailor it. Yeah.
Okay. So you have to tailor it in a particular way that you like.
Yeah.
Now these days we are seeing a lot of remote work, virtual meetings, and all of these things. They are becoming a norm. Do you think that? And I'm asking Vanessa. Do you think that the importance of dressing up has reduced or just changed?
I think it has reduced. It has reduced in a way. But even with the remote work for meetings, you would realize that most of those who work remotely put on nice outfits just for the meeting. After the meeting, because they are not being observed, because they are not being watched, they can switch to whatever they want. But the moment they are supposed to join a very professional meeting, they put on the corporate outfits. So to some extent, professionalism or your professional outfits requirements has reduced in a way for remote workers. They only wear it during meetings or in times when they are being observed.
But dressing is still important anyway.
Yes, it is.
Right. Okay. Now let me just announce the phone lines just in case somebody's listening to us and they want to join the conversation. If you're tuned in, this is Business Breakfast on Zed 101.9 FM with me, Trevi Hammond. And this morning we're talking about power dressing, how your outfit speaks volumes in the workplace. And my guests are Vanessa, who's an HR professional, and Siami, who's a fashion designer. They are helping us understand exactly how that happens. And you're free to join the conversation. If you're listening to us now, feel free to send us a WhatsApp on 0544321019, 0544321019, or you can call us on 0303956641, 0303956641, and then we give you the opportunity to actually share your thoughts with us this morning. We're streaming live on Facebook at ZFMGH and also on YouTube at Z Multimedia. And those are the two platforms. You can drop a comment on any of the live streams and then we'll read them for you. Okay, let's continue the conversation. Now, now, not everyone can actually afford the designer brands. We know that. How can young professionals still look polished and confident on a tight budget? Hello?
Hello?
Yes. Can you hear me?
The question again. You said, how can young professionals look?
How can they look still polished? I mean, still look polished and confident on a tight budget?
Okay. So you can still look polished and confident in tight budgets by what you have in your wardrobe. So you just look into your wardrobe. Maybe there is a nice shirt in there pairing with a nice, just pick it where it's. You might not necessarily look the office professional you want to look, because the office professional is not the professionalism I think it is. Because for me, professionalism is not about suits, ties, and all of those things. Wear what you want, but your attitude and your presentation should speak for you. So I think you just can go into your wardrobe and then get what you feel fits well, and then you are good to go.
I see. So
you don't have to necessarily wear designer big budgets clothing to look polished. You just need intentionality. Ironed clothes and keep your nails clean and nice. Your shoes very good and you smell good. With that, you are good to go.
So you are looking at, I mean, you are a stylist, and so you focus more on the presentation, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. While the HR is doing more of the professionalism.
But then again, professionalism is not about suits or ties or how office you look. It's about attitude and presentation. You can wear Ankara or African print outfit, bold colors, or a creative outfit, and still be more professional than someone who is in a blazer that doesn't fit.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
Professionalism is how you carry yourself, how you communicate, and how you show respect for your work and for others. People confuse looking corporate with being professional, but true professionalism is cleanliness, confidence. You understand? Punctuality. And so all this, I think, not the color of your shirt or that. No, not for me.
Vanessa, do you quite get what she's saying? Hello.
Hi, yes.
You get her
She's
point of
coming
view.
from the fashion point of view, so
yes.
hers is very interesting.
Exactly. So
in
let's
the corporate setting is different.
Right. So let's meet at a point. I mean, let's meet in the middle so that we can make very good progress. Now lately, still on UCME. Now we also see people blending formal with some casual clothes. So for instance, maybe a blazer over some jeans, sneaker with some suits and all of that. Do you think this evolution is actually helping or hurting the professional image?
Well, I don't think it is hurting the profession. I think I will take the hurting part. I don't think it is hurting the professional image, because at the end of the day, who set the rules? Do I get the work done? That's when lately you mentioned remote jobs. Remote jobs are, I'm in my room and I'm working. Who is seeing me? Who is watching me? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So I don't think it is hurting the professional this thing. You get it? I would like to let me you know Wodemaya.
Yes.
Wodemaya goes for interview, looking himself. I've never seen big people wearing suits and tie. It's how clean he looks. It's still professionalism. Another example is Donald Trump. Let me use Donald Trump again. Last year was I think 2 presidents he was trying to put together, either Russia and Ukrainian president, and one was in a suit and one was in wearing what.
Yeah.
Then Donald Trump was about, like, why are you wearing this? You should be wearing suits. And he was like, how does that affect that? So I think we are missing the way professionalism is all about wearing suit ties. It's how you respect yourself and how you carry yourself.
I see. Right. Okay. While we are situating this in terms of workplace, because our topic specifically talks about the workplace, and so so we just have to make sure that we draw the line properly. Yeah. but let me, Vanessa. So what do you think about what Ami is saying?
Okay, so like I said early on, it depends on your industry. Some industries require a particular kind of dress code. Well, the man is in the creative industry. So if he's wearing anything at all, it is fine. For IT guys like this, people in the IT space, you are not required to put on a suit and tie. Just a shirt and a trouser. So far as it's neat, yeah, okay. So professionalism is putting on an outfit that fits the company's culture. So assuming it's a bank, the bank requires that you put on suit and tie on certain days. That is what they require. So you put it on, and then in that space, you are professional. Assuming you are working in a creative space, over there, they don't really care about maybe your outfit. You can have your afro, you can have your tattered jeans, you can have your polo shirts and still deliver. And over there, you are still being regarded as a professional, or you are still being regarded as being professional. So the industry is what will determine how you dress. And even now in the corporate space, people are being flexible. So companies can say Monday you're supposed to put on this, Tuesday that, but on Fridays they're a bit relaxed with their outfit. So you can wear jeans, a decent pair of jeans. So jeans and then a nice blouse, or jeans and a nice shirt. So companies are also trying to make employees feel relaxed, because now we have different generations coming into the workspace, especially the Gen Zs. You
I
want
was
them
actually
to
coming
also
to that.
feel comfortable in the you want them to also feel comfortable in the work environment. So on certain days you would want to reduce the requirements a bit and say maybe Wednesday people can wear smart casual. Fridays you can also wear smart casual. Then on Mondays, Tuesdays, and maybe Thursdays, you are supposed to strictly put on these kind of outfits. So yes, it's dependent on the industry.
But generally, what do you think? Do you think workplaces should have dress codes, or employees should feel free to express themselves through fashion? What do you think?
There has to be uniformity. So dress codes are very important. If it's just open that people should feel free, we would have a lot of HR issues, especially when you say ladies feel free, wear anything. Goodness, we would have a lot of cases where people are saying they are being harassed sexually because a male might see how a lady is dressed in tight fitting clothes, and then because of that, he might be tempted to say a thing or two, and then it will result in something we don't want. Or guys would now dress anyhow, and it would affect the brand of the company. You'd realize that every employee is representing the company's brands. And we also don't want safety issues. So assuming you are working in a factory and we are saying you can wear anything, you wearing loosely fitting clothes, it can just a machine can trap a portion of your outfit, and then there might be an accident. We don't want that. Or a female can put on anything at all. Right now, a number of the young people would want to have a very long braids that is almost reaching their feet.
Yeah.
If you are having such braids and you are working in a factory, it's a problem, because there can be a hazard where your hair can get trapped in the machine, and then only God knows what would happen to you. So every organization needs dress code. It helps to manage how employees are supposed to act. It helps to manage the company's brand, because then people are looking at the company. If you are, so let me give an example. Assuming you are a therapist, a massage therapist, and they say wear anything at all. Now your hair is not properly held, and you are massaging a client. Imagine what will happen. 1 second, your hair is in your face and you are moving the hair, you are doing this and you are doing that. You will not have the confidence, you will not even have enough time for the clients who is lying there waiting for a soothing massage.
Right. So you think that workplace should have dress codes. Okay, so it's exactly 31 after 9. This is Business Breakfast on Zed, 101.9 FM. And this morning we're talking about how your outfit speaks in your workplace. And my guests are Vanessa. She's an HR officer and also a consultant, and Siami is a fashion designer. These are the two individuals that are helping us have this conversation this morning. We'll take a quick music break, and then we return and continue the conversation. and try to wrap up. So please hold on for me. We'll come back to you shortly. what that says about you, really. That's the focus of our conversation this morning. And I'm talking to two individuals. I have Vanessa. Vanessa is an HR officer and consultant, and also Siami is a fashion designer. These are the two individuals who are sharing their thoughts with me this morning, giving us some very good insights as to what to wear and what not to wear in the workplace, whether in corporates or wherever you find yourself. So very important conversation. Please feel free to join the conversation. We're streaming live on Facebook at ZFMGH and also on YouTube at Z Multimedia. And you can send us a WhatsApp on 0544321019, 0544321019, and then I will read your messages for you. Okay, ladies, let's continue the conversation. Are you with me, please?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so let me see. I mean, so what are let's try and give some practical tips. What are a few wardrobe essentials that you think every professional should invest in, regardless of their gender or maybe their job type?
I didn't quite get the question well.
Yeah, so I'm saying that what are a few wardrobe essentials that every professional should invest in? What are some of the things that you think every professional should get, regardless of their gender or job type?
Well, asking this question again, I honestly don't think there are, from my point of view and from the way I see it, since we have made professionalism so caged, which I don't think it should be. I feel like we shouldn't have anything that should be a wardrobe professional. I don't have honestly, I don't think that professional clothing out there. I don't think so.
I see.
All I think is a few things that make you look put together. A shirt, a trip shirt, fitted trousers, or black dress, maybe shoes, something that reflects your personal style. Maybe an African print jacket or bold accessory, anything that fits your personal style. Just be stylish. And a stylish person doesn't have a full wardrobe. They only have a smart one.
Okay, I see. I'll come to you, Vanessa, on the same question. But see, I mean, you are talking about being stylish. How do you become stylish, or how do you appear stylish without doing too much?
Okay, being stylish is not only about wearing a lot of clothes or a lot of colors. You can have a simple shirt and trousers, but style it. For example, somebody can wear. If I give you a shirt and trousers right now, you can decide to just wear it without packing. You understand? That is not being stylish. You are just wearing it raw. You understand? So being stylish is not about looking wearing clothes out there. It's about how you put it together. So a simple shirt and top and a nice belt on it, you style it in a way, and then you become stylish. Not necessarily you looking a lot of things that will make it look stylish. No. Being stylish is not putting together a lot of clothes.
It's wearing the basic things, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Vanessa. So, so help us. What are some of the few things that you think, some wardrobe essentials you think every professional should invest in?
All right. So, every professional should have a white shirt. A white shirt that is well-fitting. You need a black trousers. Depending on your industry, you might need a blue suit, a navy blue suit, because navy blue fits or matches with anything else, anything at all. So if your industry requires that you wear suits, you should have that in your wardrobe. Everyone should at least have leather shoes, a simple watch, and then socks. For the males, you need socks because if you are wearing shoes, you need to wear socks on some occasions. Then for the females, you need a necklace. That's like a simple jewelry. So simple earrings, simple necklace. Then low-heeled shoes. Because some industries might require that you wear high-heeled, others low-heeled. But ideally, every industry, you can wear low-heeled shoes. Then for females again, tailored skirts or trousers, whatever you're confident in. So over here, it's either trousers or skirts. Any of them is fine. White blouse, a classic handbag. So the handbag can have a neutral color, which can match with anything at all. Then a blazer. So that is it.
Those are the basic things.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So let's talk about some of the common mistakes that people make. What are some of the common dressing mistakes employees make that actually hurt their professional image? Vanessa.
I'll speak about the males.
Okay.
So sometimes the males might think that they are dressing nicely, looking extra professional. You would put on brown shoes and then your belt is black. That is a very big fashion error.
Okay.
And then sometimes people also wear striped shirts and then they wear colored tie. It's also a fashion error. If you are wearing a colored tie, the shirt should be plain. So as your tie is striped, your shirts can be white.
No, repeat that.
So
The line was breaking. Hello.
Hello,
Yeah,
can you hear me?
Yeah, repeat the last thing you said. You said a striped shirt and a colored tie.
Yes, so you cannot wear striped shirts and a colored tie. It makes you look too busy, like so many things are going on your outfit. So if you want to wear a colored tie, you should wear a plain shirt.
Okay.
So that the colors don't conflict. It makes you look organized.
Those are some of the dressing mistakes, man. What other ones are there?
Pardon?
What other ones can you talk about?
So the two are the ones that are very rampant, very common.
So what about the ladies?
Yeah.
You decided to go for the guys. I don't know why, but how about the ladies?
Okay, so the ladies, in as much as you are asked to dress smartly, some ladies go overboard and then they wear extremely tight clothes. It doesn't make you professional. People call those clothes, some of them are called bodycon. So even though they are saying don't wear very big dresses, wear clothes that fit you well, it doesn't mean that you should wear clothes that are extremely revealing, that is revealing how your thigh and how every part of your body looks like. It's a fashion error. And then fashion error in the professional space. Let me put it that way before.
Very important.
There's a fashion error in the professional space. You cannot wear extremely tight and revealing clothes. Yeah, because it will even make you uncomfortable. If you are walking, you won't be able to express yourself well. Some people think that, if I'm wearing a very tight clothes, people are looking at me, it makes me feel good. But that is not what we want in the professional space. So it is an error.
Okay.
I'll leave it here.
Okay. So, all right. So let's just add to that. Now, you know, sometimes in the office, maybe you see somebody whose appearance is not too. So let me use professional, but I mean, don't take offense. But yeah. So how do you approach the person and tell them as an HR from an HR perspective?
Okay. So usually during my orientations, I make sure I emphasize on it a lot. So I keep repeating it. This is how you're supposed to dress. I add pictures for people to see how they are supposed to look. So when I notice that you haven't dressed professionally or as expected, I usually call the employees and then ask them why they dress the way they did. Because usually you wouldn't want to go attacking somebody just like that. You would want to find out why the person is acting the way he or she is acting. So when you get to hear from the employee's point of view, then you can come back and then remind the person of the code of dressing in the company. and then the reasons why you are supposed to dress that way. So let me give an example. There was a time that I went on leave, a very long leave. When I came back, one employee said they've had some national service persons, and she couldn't wait for me to return because she knows that when I come, I'm going to address the issue regarding the girls' dress. I'm like, why didn't anybody confront the person? They said, oh, they these Gen Zs and the kind of energy that they have, they would rather wait for me to come and address the issue.
It, right.
So I called the girl. Before that, I asked people around if they've observed, and they said yes. A lot of people came to me complaining about how the girl dresses. So I called her and then asked her how the work is going. And that particular space is a male dominant environment. It's a factory. So then you realize that there are so many males. So I asked her how she's coping with the males being around and everything. She said, oh, she's enjoying the work. Everything is okay. The only problem is that sometimes some guys would want to say certain remarks, give certain remarks about her body shape and all, which she's not comfortable with, but she's been able to manage it. I said, okay, then that's good. Then I asked her why she's wearing, because she usually likes tight fitting trousers. So I asked her why she's been wearing that, and she said, "Oh, it is normal in the university. That's what we wear for lectures, and nobody complains. And since she came, nobody has complained about her outfit, so she felt it was normal." And then I reminded her that, "Oh no, this is how you're supposed to dress here, especially because we have a lot of males here,
right?
And you cannot just wear anything at all. And you see, because you didn't dress in that particular way, this is what happened." And then she began to appreciate why she's supposed to dress that way, and she quickly changed. The next day, she wore something much more decent, and she came to see me, asked me if it's okay. I said it's perfect. Yeah, right. So that is how I usually handle things like that.
But so how should somebody also handle the feedback, maybe from a boss or a colleague, about how they are dressing without taking offense?
You have to first understand that it is somebody's company.
Okay.
It's sad, but the companies are not for our fathers. It's not our father's company, Yeah. So then we cannot decide to dress anyhow. It is somebody's organization, and the company has rules and regulations regarding how you're supposed to dress. So if your boss reminds you of how you're supposed to dress, you're not supposed to take offense. Sometimes maybe the feedback might not go down well with you. I remember I was working in a certain company, and one girl wore a very short dress, and an elderly woman in the company who was like called her and asked her, "Do you have a mirror in your house? Did your mother see you when you were coming?"
Yeah.
And the lady was very hurt because of how the communication was made. But when she approached me about it, I just told her that this is how you're supposed to dress. What you are wearing is way above your knee. So that is why she had an issue with it. So just look at it from the point of view that you have gone outside of the rules. You have deviated from what you're supposed to do. So just do the right thing, and then that is it.
Okay. Just do the right thing, and that is it. Okay, let me come to Siami finally, and then I think we can go. Our time is almost up. So Siami, now I know one of the things that people are trying to do a lot these days is to have like a personal brand. How can professionals develop that signature look that really reflects who they are? Hello?
If I get your question.
Hello?
You're asking how a person can
develop a signature.
Can you ask the question again?
Yes, I'm asking how a person or a professional can develop a signature look that actually reflects who they are.
Okay, so it's not about developing, it's how you think about you and how you want others to address you out there. So, for instance, maybe low haircut you, and you don't feel comfortable in certain things, it's like it's a niche for yourself, right? So by creating that, you have to look at what fits you best, what you feel comfortable in. So you create your niche around that area. I don't know if I'm answering your question right. So what you feel works for you is what you create your niche around.
I see. Okay, all right. So, ladies, I think we'll wrap up here. So maybe your final words, and then we can go. So, maybe give us your final words, and then Vanessa will do same.
Okay. So my final word is, I think the corporate world is caging a lot of people by giving them dress codes. Dress code as caged. It means knowing the work ethic and knowing fit in the environment where you are working in, but then look what you can, the best to fit in the corporate world. Not necessarily the type, all the companies, just to fit in the environment. Like she was saying, somebody will mistake a decent dressing to be, how do you call it, a professional dressing to be a skimpy dress, a straight long dress. No, it has a way we can go about it. So I think that being professional is not about the suit and ties and all of that. It's make the Gen Zs are yeah, we will scare the Gen Zs away by doing all these things. But
Right.
who set the rules? Is we Africans, we are going more out of the Western world. So let's come back to ourselves and then know how to set the rules for our corporate entities. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much, Siami. And Vanessa, take the last bite, and then we can go.
All right, thank you. So let's always be reminded that how we dress shows how we'll be addressed. In as much as we want to be accorded with so much respect, we have to make sure that what we are wearing is eliciting the kind of respect that we want to receive from others. And always ensure that your dressing matches your company's culture. If the company doesn't have a strict culture or strict rule on dressing, make sure that what you are wearing is good enough, represents your company's brand, and even represents a good brand for you.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you too. Thank you, Vanessa. So, I mean, it's obvious that your dressing actually really, really matters. How you are appearing can determine the kinds of opportunities that you are going to get or not. So thanks so much to my guest. Vanessa Adai is an HR officer and consultant, and also Siami is a fashion designer. These are the two individuals who shared their thoughts with us this morning. And thanks so much to them. And also thanks so much to you for listening. That's all time will allow us today. We are back again on Monday for other conversations for your business, for your lifestyle, and also for your leisure needs. And so that's how we wrap up today. My name is Nichwebi Hammond. Please do take care of yourself until we meet again next week when you think Ghana, think Zed. Up next is the Impact by the Rise Up Bring Project. Stay tuned.
Welcome to the journey of the Rise Up Bring Project, an inspiring initiative committed to strengthening rural communities across Ghana. By bridging the gap between research, innovation, and industry, the Bring Project empowers local entrepreneurs with the skills, knowledge, and resources needed to develop quality products, expand markets, and foster sustainable economic growth. Hear the inspiring stories of how this transformative project is making a lasting impact in Ghana.
We're from Abigail Kumson, CEO of Calab's Natural Fruit Drinks, Iowa Cape Coast. Rise Up from Yadamana Sapa, Dam American. Yako trainings be organizations be Nawaba. Oba wani yamba ya yedu mfimfini baby anu eja hineso inti oma ya aba omubui but dam geshe dam aza waye atu henjezibu ni enyimde wori nja hen wo hara obokoda na wa abo hen me ya yedu mpempenda wankasa wo hwehwe me yedu na wa abo hen wa abo afoforo so a wo pede wo ba dama wo ye fruit juice libi
To learn more about the Rise Up Bring project and how you can get involved, contact us on www.ugbsiih.org and follow UGBS Nest on Facebook, Instagram, X, and LinkedIn for more updates. Let's build a brighter, healthier Ghana together.